Hello, it's Mr. Cheese. How you doing? We're going to be doing a Yankees rebuild, New York Yankees, and we're going to be doing baseball mogul. I love retro games. I've got the retro 2008 version of baseball mogul, which is a fantastic game. Really is. It's just good fun. And we're doing this Yankees rebuild. We need to do the Yankees rebuild because when we look at the real world of what happened from 2008. Yankees won World Series in 2009 with Joe Girardi, but then that was it. It was kind of like all their rivals were doing better. You know, the Red Sox were winning, the Giants were winning, Dodgers then in the last few years, and even the Cubs got a title in 2016. So lots of strange things going on there. But in real life, the Yankees not very successful when it comes to this point in time of 2008 onwards. So it's a good period to do a rebuild for the Yankees. So that's what we're doing. When we start this game, we have 252 million US, which is a payroll budget. We're actually spending 212 and cash 25 and a half, call it 20, 25 and a half, 26 million US cash. So I'm going to be going at key points in the season. We want to get rid of some of our players because one of the big problems with the Yankees before we start is we've got some overrated players on insane money. There's no argue there. Giambi, he's 37, 23.x million US. He's not the player he was. And you could even argue the same with Derek Jeter, who's now 33. And the same with A-Rod, who's 32, who's also kind of not the player he was. So I'm going to be refreshing all of this. I'll reset it, show you the starting lineups for season 1, and we're going to bomb our way through and see how we do in year 1. One of the deals I will be doing, though, is trading players in with cash. We're going to be making a fortune because I want to cut this budget right down. Leave me to cut the team apart. I'll rejoin it. I'll show you the starting team I've got for the start of the season. And what the only thing I'll be doing mid-season is pausing when I'm bringing in another player or showing you a bigger update. So let's stop that talking now. It's season 1 Yankees. Let's get that starting team lineup ready before the season kicks in. And they're the numbers that I've got written down so I can relate them back to you. Right, okay, so season 1. We're about to kick off. What have we got? Our payroll budget was 252 million. We're kind of 251 million US. Team payroll 105. It was 212, so I've knocked over 100 million off that budget, which is huge. And I've got 48 million in the bank. So what have we done? Let's have a look at pitching. So our pitching lineup is as follows. Let's just drop Alan Horn down there a little bit. Not too far, but he will do there. So we got Wang's our man. We've got Hughes in there, Chamberlain, Kennedy, Bruni. And we've got some good like Chase Wright, 77 and 93 rating. He's a very good player. So you know, we'll be giving Chase Wright some love this year. And Dellin, of course, and another top class player. So there's a lot of positivity that I'm kind of seeing here with this Yankees pitching lineup. That's a good pitching lineup. I've got rid of a lot of dross players, so we've got some decent players there. But Andrew, he's 210 days from coming back, but you know he's gonna help us as well. So that's our 5-man rotation at pitch. As far as the main team, you'll see that this has been chopped up to hell. Who have we purchased? We got Brian McCannon. He's into his 4th season. He was at Atlanta. A good solid average 3.33 in '06, but I definitely think he can get point 0.3. But he's a top quality catcher. He's only 24 years old and he's 91, 94 on his rating slash peak rating. I've got Eric Duncan at first. He can play first. Not the best, but he can play. And he's a rookie. Robinson Cano, 25 years old, second baseman. He's great. Alex Rodriguez is still there. He's at infield. We got shortstop Derek Jeter. He's still going to be playing this year. Johnny Damon, 34. I am 50-50 with Johnny, but he's in there with kind of an outfield first base. He can play as well. So he's a good rotation player for us. Got Melky Cabrera, left field at the moment, Johnny. Centre field, we've got Melky, who's 23, top class. And Jason Lane, good outfield player. He can play pretty much anywhere. So any tweaks we've got at the moment. So Wilson, a 91, 96 player. He's very good. Can't really play outfield. He's an infielder. Kind of the same with Cody. So I am looking at Jason Lane. He's 31. I really could do with a better outfield player, which I will look at. Austin Jackson is a young kid. He's 21. Is he ready? I'm not sure, but I think he's going to do better than Jason Lane. So I'm just writing RF for right field. So I'm going to do some game sims, and then I'm going to have a look on the market and see who I can get as a good outfield player. And that shouldn't take long because we've got 48 million, so it won't be long before we can boost this up into the 80, 90 millions and do a big deal. And let me sim the games. I'll update you on the status, and we'll see where we are in the division, in the East, and in the American League, and then who we're buying. Okay, so found a good right fielder, Nick Markakis. Oh, Markakis, 24 years old. Let's submit that deal. Oh, they want a bit more than 50 mil. Sign. Right, deal done. And we got rid of Jason Lane, which was good. So let's just sort that. I don't want Nick as my DH. Let's get Brett in there. Nick's a good player, but we do have better players. I know, annoying injury there, 185 days. But what have we now got? We've got Nick Markakis from Baltimore. And he's a top draw player. Good, young, great right fielder. If we go to his skills, he can pretty much play anywhere, but a 95 rating on right, which is great. And our catcher, of course, Brian McCann, who's top class. So two really good pickups there. At the moment, we're at 31 and 24 in the American League. A couple of games behind Boston, so we can still catch Boston. Let's get that contract sorted just while you're here. Right, he's 28 years old. Let's take him to the age of 32. Yeah, that'll do. So we're 106 on our payroll, still 251, so we're still great, and we got another 46 mil. So we just signed two really good players there. We got a winning record. We're saving a load of cash. Okay, let's get to the playoffs. Okay, at the end of season one, we finished 82-80, and we're not in the playoffs. Boston, Cleveland, Minnesota, and Seattle, we're through in the American. This is the status. Let me just go through the playoffs. And the Minnesota Twins. The Twins take it 4-3. So that was the end of season one. As far as our team is concerned, I'm still very convinced we're on the right way, getting these young players and rebuilding. Obviously, we've had some injuries that we need to sort out. But right now, we've got 135 million. We can definitely improve our team coming into season two. There's a lot of work that we need to do, of course, still to get this team fresh, young, and get the best players at the Yankees. And but we know it's a transition, and this is about winning World Series. I'd probably say after the first couple of seasons. We need a couple of seasons to get things right and get things going. But we should have done a bit better. But Alex Rodriguez, 43 homers, 17 wins for Wang was good. ERA .297, fantastic again for Wang. So we had players who were delivering. There's no issue there, and we did good. We did good. So I'm going to kick this forward now to season two, and we'll go through the starting teams for season two. Okay, just before season two, I'm doing a deal here. Derek Jeter for Hanley Ramirez, 25 compared to 34. We're throwing 60 million in, submit and sign. And again, our team now, if we do our sort, there's our shortstop. We've got Melky Cooper. So let's go through. We've got Hanley Ramirez now, 25 shortstop. He's in the 90s. Melky Cabrera in the 90s as a rating. A-Rod is still with us. We picked up Prince Fielder on a free agency, 12 million, and he's 24 again. Brian McCann now 25. He's been with us for a year. Robinson Cano, he's 26. Nick's with us still on the right field. Wilson's 27. And Johnny Damon's he's playing left field, but I will look at a left fielder because we've got 102 mil. So let's just do that now. So sortables, left field, by overall. And that's the problem. There really isn't a great natural left fielder that's super elite, that's kind of, apart from Ryan Braun, but I'm probably going to leave that. I don't want to spend a fortune on somebody and get the wrong player. But let's have a look at centres, and we can see whether they can play left. Well, Grady Sizemore, yeah, he can do it. So Grady Sizemore's our man. Yeah, okay, right, go get. And Johnny Damon is the player we're going to do a deal with. So let's say we've got 100 million. Let's offer 53. Wow, that was quick. Okay. Oh, right, okay. We might be about there. We are. So Johnny Damon for Grady Sizemore. Sign the deal. That's a done deal. That's great. Okay, team and lineup. So Grady's with us. Grady's with us. And our bench is pretty solid. We've just got good, solid players here. Let's get Brett up there. Austin Jackson's a young player. He's developing. Eric Duncan, he's developing. And then pitching, Wang, Horn, Marmol, Carlos Marmol we brought in. We're in a good place. We're in a good place. So that's the trade updates. Let's get to the start of the season. Okay, so we've got some honours. Wang threw 227 innings, and he's got Cy Young. Sizemore was the MVP. He's come to us, which is great. Tiergarten got the Rookie of the Year. We were going to look at him, but we We changed. Wang got pitcher's Golden Glove. Whoops, too many. Baltimore. Melky Cabrera. Golden Glove. So some good outcomes at the end. Just in a big deal with Makakis. Okay, so we're in a solid place. So right now it is the start of the season. Let's just have another look, because I've got 53 million, but I don't think we need anyone else. We've still got Wang as the starter. We'll just move down a little. We've got Philip Hughes in there. We've got Chamberlain in there. Ian Kennedy. Let's get Ian Kennedy up right. We're at 92, 93. He's on fire. And that's our guys over there. In the minors. And there's our main team coming into season 2. 2009 in the game, of course. So Wilson Bettermit, he's got an 84-92. I'm probably going to leave him as he is, because obviously we got Prince Fielder, but he's a great rotation player. Okay, that's great news. So let me get this going for season 2. Again, I'll knock on your door if there's any deals, and we'll go from there. But Carlos Marmol, of course, we did a big deal to get him, and that was a £30 million free agency deal. So season 2 does look promising. We've improved our pitching. We've improved our infield, defense, outfield. So, hey, let's see what goes on in season 2. So season 2, yeah, we did really good. 97 wins, 65 losses. Boston won the division with 105. They were just insane. Mets 97, Chicago 93, Colorado 92. So definitely good. And so let's see the playoffs. Wow. We've won the World Series. What on earth? Let's go to that calendar, and there we are. World Series. We're the winners. Yeah, we took out the Cubs. Stunning. A 5-2 win, a 6-1 win, an 8-1 win, a 2-1 win. And yeah, there they are. They're the wins. The 8-1 was just insane. What can you say? Brian McCann, Shelley Duncan, Wilson with homers, Alex Rodriguez. Wow. What a game. What a team. The 6-1 win. Again, Wang pitching away, had a great game, 5 kills. Cubs had no chance. But it wasn't just the Cubs. You know, we beat the Twins 3-0. We beat the Red Sox 4-3. So let's have a quick look here. So yeah, with the Yankees beat the Twins 8-3, 4-3, 8-7. Then we beat the Red Sox 14-10. The Red Sox won one game 9-2. But yeah, we came through 4-1, 2-1, 1-0. So we kind of scraped a little bit there. But 4-0, that World Series, wow. What a performance. Okay. Well, in real life, they won one. We've got to win more than one if we're going to go down in history. So we need to win a bit more. So let's get ready for season 3. But have a look down here. 215 million at the moment. 240 million budget. Only 110 on the payroll. So money wise, we're just swimming in cash, and we've won the World Series. So let's get to the start of season 3 and let's see if we can do this again. So end of season, we got a Golden Glove with Makakis. So he's done well. We didn't win the Cy Young, which was disappointing, but one of them, Brandon Webb, winning. So not great on the awards, but there's other things to worry about. Okay, so not winning some of the awards it's not the worst of things that can happen. 254 million on the budget, 140 spending. We've got 200 million in the bank. So let's have a look at our pitching lineup first, and let's sort all. So Carlos Marmol's our Manny, and Kennedy in 88. Wang's 93. Joba doing superb as well. Philip Hughes on fire. Yeah, one of our... just looking at who I can switch with. Kind of the old guard. Not the players they were, let's put it that way. Andrew Brackman doing better. I'm going to try and do a deal for a pitcher for... Actually, I might just do a free agent. Yeah, let me have a look at free agents. Pitchers. Kick out. There's not really anyone that's significantly better. Right, I'll just pick up a couple of average. There you go. That's all we need to do. Then they're not really going to be playing. They're just rotation players. So let's just switch that round, and we'll leave that as it is. So as of our kind of defense, infield, outfield, Brian McCann still good, Prince Fielder good, Alex Gordon is in, Hanley Ramirez, Grady Sizemore, Melky Cabrera, Nick Makakis. A-Rod is still there. We've got Chris Young, and we did a big deal to bring him in. So Chris Young is with us. Jeremy Haneda, we've got Bennett, Bettermit. Just looking at these younger players. I'm probably going to leave it as that, to be honest, because I think these guys rotating for injuries is going to be critical for us. We do have some deals, but these are all kind of the players we've just brought in who are not great players. It's April the 1st, so it's the start of season 3. I'm happy with that team. We've got 200 million. I don't really need to bring anyone else in. So I'm going to leave it at that, and let's see how we do season 3. Okay, season 3's done, and our Yankees team finished with 104 wins, 58 defeats, and we towered above the rest. No one in the national either was kind of near us on that sense. So very good indeed. We've got the Twins. I've got some contracts to sort out, and leave me with those contracts, and then we'll join for the playoffs. It's the second World Series. It's the second World Series. How did we do? Wow. We beat the Twins 3-0. 19-1. What the hell? What the hell? Then we got the Athletics. Closer game. I said, wow, we went 3-1 down. And then it went to a 10th innings. 9-8. And then we beat the Diamondbacks. 3 up. They came back with 2, and then we came back and won 8-1. But for the calendar, I wanna go to that insane game. What about this 19-1 in the against the Twins, and that was just insane. A-Rod winning again, man. What a player! He's still with us. I know he's earning a fortune. I'm not a big fan of that, but what a player! What a player! Hey, and Joba Chamberlain was the man pitching. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. What a season. 2 seasons, and yeah, Yankees trounced the Diamondbacks. They're the words. What a season, guys. Okay, so we're not done there. So again, we're going to be getting rid of some free agent players, and looking at our improvement to our team again. We've got 329 million cash. So at the moment, we can pretty much get anyone we want. But we don't really need to. But what I want to do, if we look at A-Rod, these last 2 seasons, this is A-Rod with myself in our game, and his batting average dropped, 268, but it was 251 before that. But he's always been kind of tickling around the .3. But what a player! What a player! So here we are. There is milestones. World Series ring. Gets an injury, but then gets another World Series again. But let's just go through this team. There's Hanley Ramirez when he was in Florida. World Series, signed that extension, 20-game hitting streak. Brilliant. Melky Cabrera, he's been our boy, Golden Glove. And then a couple of World Series. Brian McCann, big signing, 20-game hit. Division Series MVP. Boy, was that deserved. And Prince Fielder, he came to us. He knows where to come, and he gets his award. We've already talked about A-Rod, the man. Alex Gordon's come in, World Series ring, RBI leader. And then Nick, AL Golden Glove. Grady Sizemore, Robinson, Chris Young. Jeremy gets World Series ring. Wilson with a couple. Good stuff. Let's have a look at the pitching. And Wang has just been top draw. World Series MVP, Division MVP, 2 World Series rings, LCS MVP. Jopa, 2 World Series. Same with Marmol Kennedy, LCS MVP. Philip Hughes, Alan Horn there, Brackman. So these guys definitely getting their their rewards. Okay, enough of that. Let's get this paused and let's get to the next season. Okay, awards. Ian Kennedy gets Cy Young. Nick Markakis. That's great news. Right fielder glove. Ichiro. Brown and Webb. Okay, so it's going to be the start of a new season. Let's have a quick look at the pitching. Wang on 93. These boys are still all doing really good. Philip Hughes on fire, Alan Horn. This is just still fantastic. Joachim Soria, we picked up on a free agency, so he's coming up there. We're going to have some trades here because we've got some players that are not going to make it. So let's. I'll do this actually while the vid's recording. You'll see how I do this. Rob's not going to make it. Let's do a cash deal there. Not that we need money, but hey, I'm not going to say no at cash. Yeah, let's go for Lambert to go and Thacker to go. 9 million. Yeah, you want to buy those two boys for 9 mil. Bring it on, bring it on. Got a 21-year-old at 84. He's not really going to make it that good. Let's get Chase Wright out there as well. 14 mil. What are these people doing? It's just insane. Flatsy 83 and 90 million. Right, okay, that's great. We have got so many good players. So we now got 370. We could have $1 billion. Let's go for $1 billion. Right, pitching. There's the bullpen. And yeah, we've got some young players around here, and these guys are kind of mid-relief, but I'm not bothered. You know, Reggie and Mark can, get some experience. Let's actually put Seth there. These guys can get some experience in the main team. Let's look at the main lineup now. Who have we got? Shelley Duncan. He's 31. Let's do a release, actually. Eric Duncan, 26 first base. He's okay. Mike's not going to make it. No. Right, release. So the team is still top draw. Everyone's in the 90s. And A-Rod is still going. A-Rod's still going. Let's get the save button on there. Okay, so let's. It's the first time I've saved for ages. If I'd have lost this, I'd have just realised how dumb I would have been. So, okay, let's get going. Let's get this fourth season up and running. And of course, if we go to team history, here we are. 104 wins, world champion. Obviously, they were the days. This is. Let's go back to that wiki. We looked at this. This was Joe Torre, 98, 99, 2000. Those fantastic seasons. Fantastic seasons. There they are, 114. And we've kind of brought that back. 2 world titles, and we need another this year to catch Joe. It'll be tough, but hey, 104 wins, and 114 was his. Was that a record? I'm sure it was, but I'm not going to bet on it because the Yankees have got a history and a half. 110 wins there. Yeah, that's a record. So 114 is the record. World champ, and then the awards. A couple of Cy Youngs, MVPs. I don't know what goes on with the All-Stars. I think there's a bug. We definitely have All-Stars. Okay, let's see how it goes. Season 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Yankees record. We have a 117 win season. Man, oh man. What about that? What about that? Let's have a look at the national in the 90s. I don't. That is unbelievable. 117 wins, utterly insane. Let's get these contracts sorted out before we go and do our playoffs. But what a situation to be in. Utterly destroyed. 114 with Joe was unbelievable, but to get 117 is amazing for the New York Yankees. Wow, wow, wow. So now, what can we do? Can we do this? Can we do it? Yay! Come on. Whoa, what a win. So we win 3-2 over the White Sox and a 9-2, 11-2, 11-5, but we did lose a couple. Big one against the Athletics, and we flew 2-0 up, but then 3-2. Athletics win 2-0. We win the decider 5-1 in the end with a couple of 10 innings games there. And then the World Series against the Braves. Not even a bit of trouble. We've done the Joe. We've done the treble of World Series. It's unbelievable. What a team. And wow. This is right, play until the free agents period. So we've got some free agencies. I'll show you what I do with the free agencies because you do genuinely get some top players. Okay, so Aaron Hill's 29, probably a bit too old for us. No, I'm looking at big 90 players. Okay, there's no one in free agency there. I'm looking at. We've got Brian McCann contract. He's 27. Yeah, let's sign Brian and Wilson. 30. The boy's a veteran now. Mate, you're not going to play until you're 36. I'll give you 3 years. And I'll give you 8 million because I love you. Good man. Good man, Wilson. Good man. Yeah. Signed an extension. So playing till spring training. So that was a stunning season. Playing till opening day. All right, these are just bonuses for our players. We've got some headlines there. Oh, Marmo wins the Cy Young. Prince Fielder, beautiful. Wang pitching. What's going on? Just what a player. Brendan Ryan, Ichiro. I want Ichiro. I'm gonna see if I can get Ichiro for a season. Makakis. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. 38. Right, let's try and sucker Seattle in with. Oh, that's their team. I was being dumb then. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Right, I've got a player there with a rating of 94 potential, but he's already 22. So by the time he puts his arse in gear, yeah, there you go. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's great. So what I want to do is make it so, and we don't want the Mariners, do we? We want ourselves. I want it so Ichiro is playing in that Yankee team. And he can of course play anywhere in the outfield and first base. But I'm going to put him as the designated hitter. I think we should retire A-Rod. he is with us though until 2016, but he's losing it a little bit. Um, shit. Hey, about 79 million. There you go. Go. Nice knowing you. You're a good man. Yankees let go of A-Rod. It doesn't mention we give him 79 million quid. Right, okay, let's go quick. I've got Philip Hughes out for a while, but this is just, look at this team. It's just utterly unbelievable. Ridiculously unbelievable. Everyone's top class. Ichiro's in because I love him. Let me save again. Ichiro's in because I love him. Standings. I'll do this one with the vid running. And I wanted to get to amateur draft actually. Yeah, until the amateur draft. Okay, so let's get this amateur draft out the way. I just get best potentials. No point in really messing around any other way. You can sit and start analysing players if you so desire, but forgive me, when you got 384 million, you can just go and pinch someone else's player. It's cruel, but this is baseball. The game's about winning. Right, okay. Playoffs. So we had over 100 and it was 117 wins last year. We're not going to do that, I don't think, but we're certainly going to break the 100. Wow, 116. So let's see if we can get 4. We do. We get 4. We get 4. Dodgers 16-0, 12-1. Gee, imagine them two as an opening 2 World Series games. That would be insane. 4-3 against the Athletics. That was tough going. The Athletics were beating us 3-2. But then a 5-0, 5-1 win took us through. 11-10 against the Royals. Wow. Let's have a look at Ichiro. His season. He gets his World Series ring. Man, that was deserved. What a player. What a player. Utterly stunning. So Ichiro gets his reward. And at the moment, it's just stupid. I've got 427 million in cash, and everyone's in the 90s, pretty much, apart from my young players. I don't know if there's anyone. The free agency will kick in. We might be able to pick up. Let's have a look on the free agency. We'll release Ichiro. Yeah, so here we go. We've got Matt Holliday. Brent, he's 28. Soriano, 92 rating. Alex Burnett, though, 24. He's good. Good young player. So let's do a 7-year deal for him. So again, I'm going to cut the team up. We've got Wang. He's 32. I'm not going to be giving him the long what he wants, but I'll give him a couple of years. My payroll's still 151 million. But our team history, 4-time world champions, which is just mad. and we got 400 million in the bank. Right, okay. I'm going to pause and let me show you the team coming up for next season. Okay, we've got some contracts. Sorry, contracts. I'm talking nonsense. We've got some awards. We've got Wang again with his Cy Young. Brian McCann. Best defensive pitcher, Wang. Markakis. Okay. Let me finish them players off and so think. Come those execs at the Yankees have dropped my payroll budget down to 170 million. This guy's so good. He's won 4 World Series. He doesn't need money. We'll keep it. Yeah, thanks, New York. Okay, season 5. There's our team. No changes, and we don't need to bring anyone in. It's an absolute top-class side. Pitching-wise, again, we're good. We're all in the 90s, all the way down pretty much. And our young players that have come through, Reggie Besson came in, he's 21. He's already 73 with a 95 peak. And then Seth Nagel, 21 years old. He's also 73 with that 93 peak. So those two guys doing superb. As for the ages of our main team, McCann now 29, Fielder 28, Cano 30, Alex Gordon 29, Ramirez. So we will need to start looking at some replacement players. We don't want the whole squad to kind of reach retirement age all at the same point in time. But we've got Bruce J here, who's 25, who's a centre fielder. He was with the Cincinnati Reds. So let's just do a go-get. He is a centre fielder. Chris Young's a potential player, but I'm going to whiz down here. We've got Brett Gardner. Right, so there's a hint there. That's fine. Right, let's take that to 10 million. Let's offer 20. 30. Okay, playing hard to get. 50. 70. What's going on, boys? Is it a conspiracy to stop me dominating the game? 90 million. It'll happen. And we go down to 378. Yeah, big deal. It's not affecting us. So there we are. Sort the team. Yeah, Bruce J's in there as centre field. So that's actually very good for us. So full strength side. Let's move Chris Young for Grady. Okay. Yeah, the clock's still running. We're still filming. So let's do another season. Right, until the amateur draft. Let's go. You can see the wins clicking off. Bang, 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 bang. 38. Amateur draft. Let's do this again quick. And again, it's some of these I just use for trades and deals and these kind of things if you need to do it. And we'll swap out some of those guys right then until the playoffs. So we've had 100 plus wins on a regular basis coming into these seasons, and we've just broken 123. That is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. That's our greatest season of wins in history. Let's get these deals sorted out. We've got a 22-year-old Seth Nagel. We want this guy. 7 years. There you go, man. And Reggie, yeah, yeah, we want Reggie as well. He's looking great. Oh, okay. Does that sound better? Oh, he wants a bit more. I'm not upset by a man that likes greed. You know. Okay. 5 on the trot. Yep. This is it. Yeah, 3-0. 12-0 and 15-0. Wow, the Tigers hammered. Athletics gave us another game. And again, they were 3-2 up. But we won 7-0, 3-2. And then another shutout, 4-0 in the World Series. And let's just wrap that up so it goes into the season update history. Let's just have a quick look at free agency, and we'll probably wrap this up at year 5. Yeah, we got a 25-year-old catcher. 18 million? Dream on. You ain't getting 18 million. No, okay, so we're not going to get anyone there. So let's go straight to spring training. We'll go to the start of the season, and that should have updated our history so we can do our 5. Let's have a look. And there it is. So there are our 5 seasons. We did our initial work, so that was our revenue. And the profit margins were huge at the start. We didn't start good in a sense of great success, but year 2, 97 wins and a world championship, 104, 117, 116, 123. So actually 6 seasons. I don't really count season 1 because that's a rebuild season. But we put the Yankees back on the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 World Series on the trot, which is utterly insane. Our team payroll is fantastic, and we've got nearly $500 million in the bank. And the awards, Cy Young's, when you go back in time, these things are rare. MVPs are a little bit more, but we have just dominated. And Golden Gloves have just been outstanding. And then we finish with this team. Everyone's in the 90s. And the same with the pitching. So that's the one. That's the one. We've brought the Yankees back. So history would now show, instead of the Giants, the Cardinals, up until, what season are we? 2014. Yeah. We'd have stopped the Red Sox. And that would just have Yankees. And at the moment, that would be no different. So I'm not going to put you guys through it. But let me pause this, and I'm going to bring it to the present day. You're just going to see it instantly. But yeah, I can't resist. Okay, it's 2023. I think that's enough. Yeah, we just went on a crazy spell, blowing our $500 million for the past few seasons. 352 million left. Hey, it's been slowly getting better, our debt, but we just made so many million, and we just carried on winning, apart from one season in 2016 when we got to the World Series final, but we were the American champions. We were beaten. And you know what's worse? It was the greatest season of wins in our history with 134, but it wasn't enough. We didn't win that year, but we got 130 wins, 131, 130. So just remarkable. As for the awards, dominated Cy Youngs, Golden Gloves all over the place, MVPs. And basically what a team. In the Player Hall of Fame, if we go to the inducted, I'm just kind of look for some of our men. Derek Jeter, there he is. So he was with us at the Yankees. We traded him out. He went to Cleveland and then retired at the age of 39. He got a 3,000th hit and stuff like that. Ichiro came to us and won the World Series, if you recall. And then Ichiro played for the Mets for a little bit, and then retired. Manny Ramirez wasn't one of ours. He was at Boston, then Minnesota. But A-Rod was. A-Rod, again, them World Series rings. He got his release. He went to bloody Boston. A-Rod, what you doing to me? That was probably out of spite. And then went over to Minnesota. Did well. Broke some other records. Andy Petit, yeah, he was a Yankee, but when we jumped him out, but then he kind of played, but nothing special from that point on. So they were our main players. I want to see what the rest of our stars have done with possibly getting in that Hall of Fame. And again, Mogul Hall of Fame. There I am. From 2008 until 2022, I had 1,780 wins. Not near McGraw, certainly not near Connie Mack. But I got 14 pennants, 13 World Series. Yeah, bring that on. Come on. Let's bring that one in. So we certainly were good there. But I just want to do more of our Player Hall of Fames because I want to get to see what some of our boys do. So last pause, promise, and let's have a look at some of them Hall of Fames. Well, when I quit and just set the game to sim, the World Championships ended. So, yeah, clearly Mr. Cheese is the greatest or one of the greatest baseball coaches of all time. But we want to go to Player Hall of Fame because we want to have a look at some of the guys that were with us. Like, we spoke about Andy Petit. So let's keep going. David Ortiz, there's a name. Ortiz at Boston, doing fantastic, and then he went to the Mets. Albert Pujols, someone I wanted but wasn't able to get. Brandon Webb at Arizona, he was a player I would have liked to have. Mike Young. Kind of looking for the rest of those players. Here we go. Alan Horn. So Alan Horn was a New York Yankee, and Alan was with us from the first day, winning those World Series, strikeout leader 252, AL win leader with 26, Cy Young multiple times. What a career. What a career for Alan. Brian McCann, and again, Brian was at Atlanta before he came to the Yankees, got his Division Series MVP, got his World Series rings, hit for the cycle, man, wow. Outstanding. Went back to Atlanta, but lots of injuries, actually, and then retired. Grady Sizemore, he was part of our great team. He's in the Hall of Fame. I didn't remember that. A bloody broken neck. Christ. But again, loads of World Series. Got some major points, 2,000th and 300th home run, that kind of stuff. World Series ring, and he was with the Yankees all the way. Grady Sizemore. Robinson Cano. Again, he was with me from the start. came through, World Series wins, got some records, got some more World Series, had some injuries near the end, and but still carried on. Went to Atlanta, but wasn't able to repeat a success. Philip Hughes, again, an all-time Yankee. Bloody injuries though, man. Look at all them. Got his World Series though, many of them, and then he got his release from the Yankees. Joakim Soria, he started at Kansas before we picked him up a couple of years in, and then he was a key, again, World Series all over the place, and he stayed a Yankee. Prince Fielder, and what a player this guy was. Came in again, we offered him a big deal, many a World Series, 4 home runs in one game as a milestone. What a player. 300th homer, carried on, 1000th RBI. And we traded him in the end to Pittsburgh. He moved over to LA, got some personal records, 600th home run. What a player. What a player. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. I was going to say this. If this guy hadn't got to the World Series, I would have just deleted this whole bloody video. But, yeah, Wang, absolute class in the game. Got them World Series, Golden Gloves galore, continued. And it was 2015 when he went to the San Francisco Giants. Still got another Golden Glove, you know. What a player. Retired 45. Jose Reyes, he was a player I was after, but I wasn't able to get him. He was a Mets, Baltimore, and a Mets player. Joe Mauer, again, I was so close to getting Joe as my catcher, but I didn't get him. But this guy I did get, Carlos Marmol, who again at the start was with the Cubs. He came and got them World Series rings with us, plenty of extensions, 2000 strikeout, and again he went to the Giants, plenty of injuries in his final years. Joba Chamberlain, this man was Yankees from birth. Absolute top quality player. Many a World Series, Cy Young's galore, 200th win, 250th win, divisional MVP. What a guy. Stunning. Hanley Ramirez, another one of our superstars in our team. Again, he came 2009 until the end of his career. And he was a superstar, 500th home run. And it continued. Miguel Cabrera, again, he was with Detroit. And then came to the Yankees. He got some of them rings, retiring at 44, and his last ring 2025. Stunning. Melky, the man, the god that he is. World Series galore, 23-game hit streak, 22-game hit streak, multiple World Series, 2,500th hit. Then he got his 3,000th, his 1,500th RBI, and his 300th home run. Again, unbelievable player. Nick Makakis, again, he was unbelievable. 600th homer for him. Engel Beltre, and he was at Texas. He came a bit later for us. Got some of his World Series, but he went over to Oakland for the final part of his career. Brandon Jones, an Atlanta player all his life. Andrew Brackman was one of ours. Injured when we first got him, but many a World Series. And a player who was just with us for a long time, and then he, at the end of his career, just moved on. And this is basically the Hall of Fame. Some great players that have graced our team. I don't think anyone from my original time was still there. I think all of these players are all new players. None of them, I don't think, are originals at all. They'd all be well in their 50s and 60s now. And I don't even think there was a young kid I had that would have got to playing. But looking at the team that we've got, yeah, they've still got some players in the 90s that are good. Azuma here, 28 years old. Wow. It's kind of like 2040, so he wasn't even born when I started on the game as a coach. So yeah, that's it. That's where it's finished. The game obviously does continue the stats under Mr. Cheese, but it wasn't me. I wasn't the man selecting the starting lineups and positionings. It was the computer, and you can see the difference. The money's still there, but in fact, it's increased the payroll big budget of 466 million now. But a very, very successful season. Now, I don't think we can extract all-time stats. I don't think this game does that. I don't think there's a player history for like the most home runs and things, but that was the domination period from 2008 all the way down until I stopped in 2023. There was a couple of World Series, but then the computer just stopped winning. Okay, I think we achieved it. Hope you enjoyed that one. That's what could have happened to the Yankees.